other stuff and all.
Aye, brilliant.
Well, here we have guest number 4, John Quigg, former player and good friend of mine, and former youth development officer at the Brandywell. So, John Quigg, Quiggy, thanks a million for coming on and spending. Hope you're not going to be as long as Felix and Quigg.
I love up them two boys, Felix and Liam. It's nice to be asked, Mick. It's nice to be asked. Delighted to be asked, to be fair.
So, where do we start? We start back to how it all initially started for you.
Well, as you know, I'm from Waterside, so obviously Waterside Boys School.
Get that in.
Waterside Boys School, Mickey, under Brian Spellman and Willie Clifford.
Right.
And you know Willie Clifford, do you?
No, I don't.
Willie Clifford was a hard man. Great teacher, great thing. But only taught me a few lessons in my day, you know what I mean?
That stood for you?
Oh, without a doubt. I actually played in the semi-final for the school against St John's, and we had 12 players. And Willie stood and says, who wants to be left out today, you know? And I thought I was the best player in our school and all. I says, Willie, I'll be left out, thinking, I couldn't leave you out, John. And he says, I know bother, Quiggy. No bother. I went, Jesus. Shocked at it.
First shock.
And I seen him about 30, 40 years later, and I says, Willie, do you remember? And he says, I don't know for a reason. And see, to be honest with you, stood me in good, like meaning
rejection type way.
100%. And you can't be above your station, no matter who you are or what walk of life you're in. You can't be above your station.
Brilliant.
It was a brilliant thing for me. Brilliant. Then I went on to play for Cluny Rovers under Pat Harley. Lovely man, Pat. Maybe 10, 12, 13. Don Hendy obviously played for Clifton Villa and the Sunday mornings, and then went on to Oxford United Stars under Sean Davis and Bobby Ross and a Cramp.
The old Stars,
no Cramp.
Down the Swoley.
Down the Swoley, aye. So I actually played a Sunday or Saturday for Oxford United Stars and a Sunday morning then for Clifton Villa, which was a great standard. See then,
way back
then, you had 4 divisions in the D&D. Like you were playing against the Roy McCready's, the Felix Healy's, the Kevin Mahans, this word of super players. You played against Cullis with the Irish League select team. It was fantastic. But that's where it was. And then obviously Derry coming in the league in '85. I think they played Shamrock Rovers in the Brandywell in a wee friendly. It was about 10,000 people at it. And we're
on a friendly?
On a friendly, aye. It was Jim McLaughlin brought Shamrock Rovers to Brandywell. I think maybe 84, 85, just before they came in the league. And we all went around and I go, oh my God, with this big, play for this team here, it'd be unbelievable. But then I got a shout from Jimbo, I think it was 85, 86, they come on. Jimbo Crossan, they signed for Derry. So I went on there and signed for Derry. It didn't make me debut until maybe 86. I think it might have been Monaghan or something like that, 86. But it was fantastic times then.
Brilliant.
86.
I mean, it's important though, John, way back in.
Fantastic. Incredible. 10,000 people in Randolph. Maybe 6,000 or 7,000 going their way to Ramsey. My brothers were all interested in it, and your cousins, and like the whole event. Everybody was involved in it. And then obviously Jimbo went, and Noel Keane came in. And I think Liam was saying it was the first time we were coached.
Aye.
Like Mickey, we were never coached. I was
Just
never coached.
A couple of laps.
Not all. We go and play, you play bare minutes or whatever, but you were never coached. And Noel brought this coaching thing. Brought this coaching thing. We're going, shakers, this is unbelievable. Phases of play, patterns of play, and all that. Going, wow, it's great. It's great. 86, 87, I think. They won the league title in 86, 87. Not the first division, sorry.
Right.
Played that, and then obviously you had your Dagamas and your Christics.
Unbelievable.
And your Felix Healy's coming. Felix has just come back from playing the World Cup. You know, and you had a pile of young boys like you had yourself and Liam, Kojak, McKinnon, Storkey, Bugsy, Paul Haggerty. Like you had a good sprinkling of youth as well. And then you had You had your Sturdy Galls and your Jack Kays and Alan
Just a good formula of any team.
Do you remember a fella called Alan Harrison? Do you remember him now? Alan Harrison was probably one of the best players I ever played with. He was East Belfast. I think he came from Glentoran. Played centre half. He only played maybe 10, 12 games for Derry. He was a fantastic player. I think he went back to Glentoran after, you know. But no, great teams. And then obviously Noel went and Jim came in. I played a full season, 87, 88. I think we got the a cup final. We got the cup final. Conducted as the cup final. But I played in a Northwest select against a Belfast select and got hurt 2 weeks before the final. Tore my ankle, tore ligaments in my ankle, and McGinn played left back in the final. We put 1-0 penalty kick in against Dundalk. And that was that year. The following year it was 88, 89. All the dubs started to land. No Kevin Brady, Dillons, Larkins, Neville's. Fantastic players, mate. Fantastic players. So that was 88, 89.
What do you think of that team, Quiggy? What do you think that Tulum did up around the wheel?
The what?
What do you think that Tulum takes up players to Derry City?
Jim McLeod was massive. Jim McLeod was a big name. Jim McLeod won everything. Jim McLeod won everything with Rovers. He won everything with Dundalk. He was an international footballer himself, a brilliant man, like. And he had that pull, like. And he had them boys. I don't know if Shamrock Rovers were in difficulties or money-wise or whatever, but he brought them 5 players in, and it was just training, took everything to another level, like. You know, everything went to another level. And it was harder to get on, Mickey. It was harder to get game time and things like that, you know. And I remember playing in Cardiff in a European Cup Honours game, and doing really well. And going, this is great. That's me. I'm now. Played left side, and I says, oh, that's me. I'm now. We play Cork.
You and Stork getting a bath together?
Aye. That's it. We played. That's what I'm saying. We played. I done really well. So we're sitting in a bath, big communal bath, like, and we're all sitting there, and this boy comes on, this sheepskin coat and all. I says, "The story is that." He says, "It's John Cully." And I go, "Right." So John comes on. He says, "This is John Cully, the new signing." And I'm going, "Where's he play centre forward or right side?" And he says, "Oh, Quiggy plays left side." And I had to go, "Oh my God, under the water, sinking ship." But hey, listen, it was a great player. It was great to be there at that time.
And especially like some of them types of quality players coming
they
in.
were fantastic. They were fantastic. And see the things they taught you. See Dillon, especially Dillon, Mike Neville.
Just picking wee bits off certain players that just
unbelievable. Even Kevin Brady, like I was directly trying to get Kevin Brady's place, but he was that good. And he was that strong and physical, and
it's making you better.
Without a doubt. So I stayed there about actually, I know usual, young and wanted to play. And
it's just unique.
I need a game time. I went down and said to Jim about it, and he says, "Sure, we just won the League Cup. You're on going to be league champions." They actually went on and won the treble, and I says, "Well, when I played Jim," he says, "Well, I can't guarantee any game time or whatever." And I said, "You know what? I need to play. I need to go and play."
At least he was honest with you.
100%. No, Jim was brilliant. I says, "I need to go and play, Jim." And he says, "Right, where do you want to go to?" And I says, "I just want to go and play." And he says, "Look, I can rent a couple of clubs here, blah, blah, blah." And he came back and he said, "Corey will take you and Van Herps will take you." And I says, "Do you know what? I want to go and play Van Herps." So I took me Van Herps, Mickey.
A big rivalry between Derry and Van Herps.
But Van Herps were in the first division at that time.
Right, okay.
We stepped down, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to play. And to be fair, Mickey, see the 5 years that I had at Van Herps. Loved it.
You there for a straight 5 years?
5 years. Loved it. I got 2 or 3 play a year. And Van Herps. I loved it. I loved Van Herps. Loved the people. Loved the thing. I was a wee bit.
It's taking the step down actually benefited you in a way.
100%. But I was getting games and I loved playing, and I was playing centre midfield, and I was doing really well, and just enjoying my football. And I think you have to go and enjoy yourself. Wherever it is, you have to go and enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, it becomes a chore. He said, you get nasty. You get nasty, Micky, and you say to yourself, he's this and he's that and whatever. Just be honest and go on.
Mine and I coaching 4 years, big Derry City. He told me, says to me, it was my ballerina, we wasn't having the best of times.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him. I was actually working with David Platten. He
Yeah.
was playing me on my money. And through him, he was asking me and work. He knew he was unhappy at ballerina.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And Sadak was going through him and he was saying to me, and I ended up on the meet with Sadak. And Sadak said to me, you'll play, you're happy, you'll play your better football, you're most happiest. And it stuck with me.
Without a doubt. I always tell you, even young players, that you have to be happy. You have to be happy. If you're not happy, then there's something wrong. Do something about it. Even go and talk to somebody about it. You know what I mean? Young fellas now are sort of, I'm not talking to him or whatever. Go and talk to somebody. That's the best.
Be honest, you benefit yourself.
That's the best thing I can say. Just be honest, and you'll be grand.
So your 5 years after your 5 years, we found Harps Quiggy.
I went to Roy, Big Roy.
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 I know him.
Roy. Oh man. Hey, everybody has a story about Roy.
Oh, what?
I'm telling you now, John. I could make you the best player.
Tell you now.
Oh, Roy, you had a laugh. You had a laugh. No, he said to me.
What age were you roughly in Quiggy?
Let me see. 26, 27, 28.
Still playing football.
Aye. But all right, what do you crack? Roy used to say, I can promise you I'll give you £1,000 and £40 a week. I went, right, no bother. He says, I'll have that money on Monday, Joe. What Monday, right? What Monday?
Down the back or something.
What bookie's going to get it? So anyway, I says, right, no sweat, Monday. So Monday came. You're not going to believe this, Joe.
What happened?
That big accent. I swear to God, a lovable rogue. A lovable rogue. He died for Roy. And that's why his team's done well, Micky.
100%.
He won the Budweiser Cup with a Derry team.
All local players?
All local players. But no, Roy was great. Roy was great. A couple of years with Roy and then ended up out at Stewart with Kiesel. Kiesel were in the B division. And they went from the B division to the top 6 in the Premier League within 4 or 5 years. They had good players. McGinn came, and Joe Crane, John McGarvey, Big Papa McKay, Cahill Deary, Kay Malone. Aye, great. Decent side. And then I started
in the coaching role.
Keys always says to me, what about this coaching? And I'm going, he said, I don't know if it's for me. I couldn't be bothered. It's a way of commitment. And that's it. Massive commitment. Massive commitment. And I says, you know what? No, it's not for me. So I thought about it. I think I got a wee head operation. I wasn't doing nothing. I says, and Kiesel asked me, why didn't you come in and help me out on a Tuesday, Thursday night?
Take it from there.
And you know what, Micky? I went and absolutely loved it. I went and done my B licence.
Am I talking to you way back? And I would even go as far back as the same about 20 years ago. And he said to me something about Stewart. He said to me, Kiesel, see he's coaching.
Micky, see he's coaching then, I'm doing it now. No, it was unbelievable. Kiesel was a fantastic coach. But we story off the record. We story, right? They're all doing their licenses. Micky, I'll laugh this. A classic McGinn. So they're all doing their licenses, blah blah blah. And Kenny sees is taking the licenses. I think it was a prelim just before your beat. So you had Paddy Lowe, you had Hugh Harkin, you had Eddie Sadak, you had McGinn. All the boys are doing their licenses. So they've done it every Sunday for about 5 or 6 Sundays. Do you remember not? Right? So at the end of the day, they had to do their last badge, or last thing on a Sunday. So they got their badges, and Nigel Best came down, and the AFL were there, were handing out the badges, and Kenny says, he says, excuse me, can anybody tell me the principles of attack? And I handed up McGinn. I'm going, oh no, what's this man going to say? And he says, principles of attack. Now I was thinking maybe out the fullback, out the winger, get the overlapping fullback or whatever in the box and score a goal. McGinn says, hit the second Land Rover. Hit the first Land Rover through, hit the second one. Hey, The boys nearly fell off a seat laughing. I swear to God. It was so
just random, just
McKim character. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, you want to get him on here, I'll tell you a story or two. Brilliant. But so when I started coaching and done my B license, done my A license, and I was 10 years at Stewart, I believe, with Paul Key, Pascal Vodacon, and Paul Haggerty were all the managers. I done assistant manager to Emmons, and then
did you sort of like being sort of
I didn't really want to be the boss. Like I like just on the radar, just doing my wee thing on, you know, sort of with the players and around that, and Higgs and them boys called the shots like they done the thing. I just played the games and answers. But then I don't know what happened. I had to pack it for a year or 6 months or whatever. I was doing nothing, and that was 2006. 2006 maybe. I got a wee phone call from Peter Moore. Peter was taking the A championship team in the Brandywell, which was a reserve team. And he had Eddie and Hugh were in the Brandywell working with I think it was Stephen Kenny. I think it was Stephen Kenny. Can't remember. I think it was Stephen Kenny, and I says I would go on surely. I went down and done a lot of coaching with Peter. And Eddie and Hugh were great. And obviously the two boys are fantastic. They were doing the stuff. And whatever happened, I think Peter left to go to Limavady United. I think Peter took over Limavady United. I think he did. And Stephen Kenny took me to Everglades and he says, look, I've been impressed with the work you've been doing, blah blah blah. And I'm going, all right. And he says, would you take over the A championship team? Which was a reserve team, but you'd also 4 senior players dropping down. No, he might have, at that time, no, 2016, Micky was a fantastic team. You had 22 senior players at Derry. No, you could have had Mark Farn, you could have Hargy, you could have Rory Higgins, Kevin Derry, or whatever, down playing with the younger players. The younger players then were a great bunch. You David McDade, Powerhouse. So I decided to do that, and I loved that thing, and that's where I get my balls back for
you get your appetite back.
I actually love coaching. I actually love coaching and helping players to a wee level where you can say, geez, go you on now, I've got you there. You're ready to go, you know. But no, that's what it was. I think the first name that came through then was James McLean.
How did that come about for you?
James McLean skipped a net. No, it wasn't around Derry or thing. I think it was with Trojans, obviously it was a Trojans lad, but he went to Institute. And we played Institute under 18s out in YM. And he absolutely ripped us apart that night. It was fantastic. This wee blondie kid running up and down, like just warrior. And I remember saying to David McDade after, who's he? And David says, that's James McLean. He says, where did he come out? He says, he's from Quigg. I went, seriously? Never heard of James McLean. And I'm going, right, will he come to Derry? And obviously, young players talk. So David came back and says, I'll go to Derry. They come to Derry surely. And I said, you know what, leave it with me. I want to do things properly. Right? So just happened that the chairman of Institute was Billy Smallwoods, who I work with. I remember saying to Billy, trying to be crafty, Micky, not letting that I knew James or whatever. I actually said to the wee Billy, Billy, tell us this. See James McLean there at Stewart. Have you much hope for him or whatever? And Billy says, best word ever says. No, Liam doesn't really fancy him. Liam Beckett. I went, right. Is there any chance I could get him released to come to Derry? And he goes, I'll have that for you, man. I'll tell you what it is, I'll tell you the story, right? So he says, what? I'm going, oh my God, we have a star here. So James came to Derry, and within a couple of months, James was pushed on to Stephen Kenny and whatever, and James made his debut against Bowes in the Brandon and scored. But the wee story I was going to tell you, Billy had retired then, so we were having a wee retirement do. So I stuck in a card.
You knew what you were doing?
I stuck in a card, I gave Dougie a card, we call him Dougie a card, and he opened the card, and I says, thanks very much for James McLean, and 150,000 for Derry City. I laughed at Billy, brilliant man. But James...
You can simply say he was the one that got through, like. He was the
one James,
from institutes.
But when they there's a big man. Oh, what? James, like,
you know,
80, I think James is 80 international caps. Incredible. But I never seen any young fella with a drive like James McLean. Just that drive.
Hard worker.
That I wanted.
Maybe lacking talent, where you see a lot of
players. Micky, see talent, again, talent. Talent gets you so far. It gets you so far.
How much you want it.
It's how much then a drive did you want to have, right? And James McLean had that drive from 16, 18 years ago. Just a drive about him. And see, look, is he 80 international caps, Micky?
Speak for himself.
He's probably like superstar. Absolutely.
Well, he's played at the highest level.
He's done everything, hasn't he? He's done everything. James has done everything.
No, hats off to him, because
fantastic.
You know, how many players have you seen through the years? I've seen players through the years. You know, the most talented players.
Without a doubt.
You know, Liam Coyle speaks about Alexa Shakes.
You know, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. You know, we're all about underage coaching and things like that. Again, where were we coached? When we were coached, we played in the D&D against the best players in the Northwest. No, you played Colour Celtic. You played an Irish League Select. You played against Celtic Swifts. Unbelievable. Roy McCready, Barry McCready, Six McDowell, John Duffy. My God, you know. And
that was your foundation, really, of getting a tip for.
You had Celtic Swifts, you had Colour Celtic, you had Brandon Harps, you had Clifton Villa, you had Staban teams, you had, Lamavati. You had you actually had four leagues in the D&D on a Sunday morning. Or sorry, Sunday morning. Four different stages. That was great.
Like I mind playing against you for local clubs here. It was just development. It was game time. You know, it wasn't about the
one. You can't learn of Felix Haley, Kevin Mann, Six McDowell, John Duffy. John Duffy, like, fantastic player. He was affluent town, like Corey, Joe Haley. I remember playing against Joe Haley in Orlando. And I remember playing against what's his name? Wee winger. His boots were tipped up. I go, who's this? Why here? See, after 90 minutes, I knew who he was. He scored about 3 or 4 against us. But that was it. And then obviously we done the coaching full time with Eddie and Hugh at Derry. But the one thing
was when that started for you, Quiggy? Was that around 96, 97?
What?
Your full involvement
with Derry? 2006 I went done.
That's right.
2006 I went done with Peter Moore, but after that, I was there 13 years with Derry. But Peter left, and it was sort of left to me, Eddie and Hugh, what we were doing and what way we wanted to go about things and whatever. Derry were great. Derry just, here, look, you see you're capable of doing it, go and do the job. Stephen Kelly.
So in terms of recruiting players, it's not the way it is now, where they're sort of getting cherry picking at the local clubs and whatever. What way?
Do you know what? You see, then we didn't get young players to 17, right? Which sort of let them play in the D&D right through to 17. Do you know what I mean? We're now like they're taking 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds to Dublin, Drogheda, or whatever.
And they must like the game.
It's 3 hours up the road, 3 hours down the road. You might get 10 minutes. Like, is that development? Is that development? Like, do you know what I mean?
100%.
But again, on our time, I can only talk on our time, right? We actually decided among the three of us, well, Eddie says it was his idea, right? No, Eddie. It's my idea. Stato, I call him. Eddie Stato, right? It's my idea, and it was his idea, to be fair. It was his idea. I'll give him that. Right? He actually says, Quiggy, look, 2 days a week's not enough. And I'm going, right, what do you want to do, Eddie? And he says, I want to go 4 days a week, and a Saturday and a Sunday. Now, your 4 days were 2 days in the gym, 2 days contact with football. A Saturday might have been an underage game, and a Sunday was an Ulster Senior League. So there were 6 days a week, Mickey. Now, I don't care who you are or what you are in life. See, if you're a pinter and you're pinting 2 days a week and you're doing 10 days or 6 days a week, who's going to get better? With talent, with talent. 100%. And that's what Eddie Sadak brought in with Derry City.
More time spent doing it,
a quality time. Quality time. You had Paul Roddy doing the gym sessions Monday, Wednesday, and you had me and Eddie doing Tuesday, Thursdays. And then we had a game the weekend, and we were in the Ulster Senior League. Eddie was a guy, Eddie wanted 7 days a week. Eddie actually had us going to Distillery, Larne, Ballyclare, Coleraine, Lamavati on a Wednesday night, getting games against the people, no reserve teams in these clubs. As well.
Just to get game
time. Now that was under 17s and under 19s we had at Derry at that time.
So what sort of youth players were around then? Who would?
Well, you had at that time you had David McDade, you had Rory Hartman, you had Shane McElhenney coming, you had Andy Devlin, Darren McCauley.
So all familiar names.
Oh, all boys were talking played senior football. But you know, another thing that happened, I don't know if many people are aware of it. Remember Derry were irregularities, repayments, whatever, and they went back to the first division. Well, there was no money there, Mickey. Do you remember there was no money at Derry City? Me, Eddie and Hugh worked for a year without a penny at Derry City. Without a penny at Derry City.
People need to know that too.
At the end of the day, again, it's not about money. It was never about money.
It's about
but we were brought in, and Stephen Kenny says, "Listen, boys, there's no money." And I think they were the same. I think players went unpaid for a certain level, certain way. But we went and done for nothing, right? Yourself, Eddie, and Hugh. And what do you? Stephen Kenny, sorry, we're back to that wee story. Stephen Kenny brought us in, sat us down and says, "Listen, we're in the first division, I'm staying," which was, Stephen Kenny could have went. He says, "I'm staying." We're going right. And he says, "I've got Jared Doherty, I've got Mark McChrystal, I've got Barry Malloy, I've got Kevin Deary,
all staying.
I've got Rory Higgins, and I've got Mark Farn. What have you got?" And I said, well, we said, we've got Shane McElhenney, Seamus Sharkey, David McDade, James had just broken in, Rory Harkin, Rory Harkin. And
so a good basis.
Then obviously he brought Vinnie Sweeney came in, and Big Parky came in, and a few others came in. And they went on that year,
sort of stabilising themselves to get going. And
well, they won the league. They won the league in Monaghan that year. But I remember going, they actually brought us to the game in Monaghan. Mark Farn scored. They won 1-0, I think, in Monaghan. But Stephen Kenny's team talked that night in Monaghan. And that's when, see if you had to get my pair of boots, that was a way to play. He just felt 10 foot tall. It was incredible. And give me a wee thing about man management and talking to young players and thing. It just he took it to another level. Not where else today. You know what I mean? Not where else today.
But I think people can identify you, all young players. There's not a single player in the town that has ever come through the likes of yourself that can never say that you never met them and spent good time with them. They all have a good word to say about you, Quiggy. Even my Evan a way back, who didn't really get that time they spent with you.
It's something look, don't get me wrong, Mickey. I enjoy the crack as well.
But that sort of, when you're too formal with anything in life.
Look, at the end of the day, again, there's me and Eddie. We fought like cat and dog.
Eddie's job is one thing.
So focused on the job that he has to do.
He's got to sit up one
or I could be running that way to get there. Do you know what I mean? We're around that way to get there. And the two of us bunched off each other was brilliant. And Hugh as well, he was great. Then Gary Duffy came in from Buncrana, Gary Duffy and Ronan O'Donnell. And Gary Duffy, people say, Gary Duffy had in his show tied up. He had all the young players in his show tied up because he came through the academy down there. And he knew everything in his show, which was unbelievable for us. Right? And then the other side, you had Tony McNamee. You had Tony McNamee and Donegal, or the other side of Donegal, saying to us, you need to get the Gidor. There's two players in Gidor. Young Ferry came, young Harris. People are still coming through there now. Ronan Boyce, who are still coming through from our sort of wee background.
Regionally like that, it's nice to have people in them areas because they know.
But you know the biggest one, Micky? The biggest one, that is the D&D. The D&D. Michael Hutton. Michael Hutton to me, like
the time and the commitment.
Unbelievable what that man has done for like, people don't realise what he's done for Derry City. The thing about Derry City is every player that you've mentioned there, or every player we're going to mention, has played in the D&D or come through a D&D club.
100%.
And people don't realise, like them people who are out, and coaches who are out, voluntary for TriStar, Trojan, Tapahall, all the clubs. It's voluntary. It's something they love doing, and then they hand it to you. And I'm expected then, I'm saying to myself, well, if he's done that for that young kid, I want to do something else to get this young kid in our level. And that's where the good thing is. Like, I speak to Philip Devlin 3 or 4 times a week. Philip Devlin's a encyclopedia of young players. 04s, 02s, 01s, all this, all that. I'm going, Jesus, Philip, relax your man. Unbelievable. And
but that's time spent.
The other thing I will say is St. Colum's College, the schools in Derry, the schools, the St. Peter's, the St. Joe's, the Karen Halls, or whatever. Look at the players that they've punched on as well. Of course, you look at the St. Colum's College. Go back to St. Colum's College, right? Conor McDermott was the first year in St. Colum's College. 6 years later, he had won 6 Northern Ireland titles for St. Colum's College.
Another good bit of experience, not experience, but a wee foundation, that winning mentality.
Incredible, mate. Incredible. Like 6 years in a row that they won a Northern Ireland thing. And you know what I know about Northern Ireland thing, and Big Carlo touched on it, and Felix touched on it. You come over like Glen Shane. You forgot about 6 times they won. And maybe that's a wee thing that we have on us.
A drive.
I'm better than you.
You have to have that, but you have to have that to get there.
Without a doubt.
You can't rely on him.
Without a doubt. Absolutely. And the D&D to me was, like, again, I'll say it again. The thing is, the D&D, every player that we've mentioned, or every player that you've talked about here, has come through that D&D. At junior level, senior level, or whatever, it's a D&D, mate. It's different. It's
a combination, as you say, initially, the schools, the early age groups, the D&D local clubs, and that's your foundation of like getting the likes of Derry City or
I'm going to tell you something now. See, if you want praise, you're not going to get it at underage football. You're not going to get praise for underage football, or even what we're doing, what we were doing. You're not going to get praise for it. If you want praise, do something else. Right? It's a job. It's your job to get something from A to B. And see if it is 6 days a week. It is 6 days a week. And that's the thing where yourself,
it's not about you.
We had our day. I had my day.
And I think this day and age now, and Coiler touched on it, about 3 or 4 stand around an iPad. If you want to go and do your badges, if you want to go around and do whatever, it's to stay. And I thought Coiler touched on it. He spoke to Paddy McGovern, and he says he just wanted to stay within the game. Stay within the game in terms of earning a few points. And fair play to Paddy.
Do your badges, you mean?
They do your badges, they stay within their game, but don't be doing your badges thinking that you know better.
Oh no.
But do you not think Quiggy playing at a certain level, playing at a level, like, I'm not saying Premiership level, but they play at a good level, they bring it on to your coaching. It has to be a very similar mentality.
Depends what the
you know.
You look at
don't demand big things if you have never played at that level.
We'll go back to Paddy McLaughlin. Right? Look what Paddy McLaughlin has done at Cliftonville. Right? But again, look what he's done because it's a drive in him. Paddy McLaughlin's a drive about him. Paddy McLaughlin's up that road Monday, Tuesday,
4 days a
Thursday,
week.
Saturday. Right?
4 days a week.
Now, he leaves here at 4 o'clock. Right? He's not back at 11. So it's a day's work.
100%.
Now, don't get me wrong. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, Paddy might get a full-time job somewhere, right? But again, that's that drive, the Paddy has. That's that professional or whatever it is. He's got that about him, and he brings people on.
He wants to be better. He wants to be better.
And I think 100%. I've watched
and everything about him.
I've watched them coaching. I've watched Paddy coaching, Paul Key coaching, whatever. And they've all that drive about them. You have to have a drive about you, even as a player. You have to have that drive about you. You have to be wanting to do it. I think that's a big word, Micky. Wanting to do things. I remember talking to you about listening to Mom. And you going, geez, that's a big ask. I was sick for four months. And I says, you know what, Micky? I want to do it. I want to do it. End up doing it because I wanted to do it. And that's
no matter what we cheat in the middle ground, like you'll always get there.
That's the thing that drives people on. You need that. You need that wherever it is.
Brilliant. So Quiggy, we'll touch on a wee bit about when you were coaching with Derry City, the familiar names that have come through the system and have been done. They play at senior level.
Okay.
Am I setting my stats here saying 53 players have come through?
53 players.
Played.
Eddie Sadak, as I call him, Stato, Eddie has every detail of every player and every match on marks. Marks out of 10. He's given them marks out of 10. What they got in these matches. Eddie has 53 players that's come through the system in the 13 or 14 years where
and have represented Derry City.
Represented Derry City, yeah.
Senior level.
Represented Derry City at senior level.
And a few captaincy in there as well.
Well, you had Kieran Hargan, you had Ryan McBride. I think that's the two, but them names, like I'll just go through a couple of names. You have Patrick McLean, who played last night for Cliftonville, captain. You have Conor McDermott, Cliftonville, super player.
You have Ben Doherty,
Super player.
Coleraine,
Super player.
Curtis, across the water.
Curtis,
like Georgie Kelly. We did it on their best to get. His ambition was they play a further field. You have Lee Joyce Daniels, Shrewsbury. You have Rory Holden, or Rory
Walson. Another super player.
Playing in Gorbal too.
I have to throw one out again.
And then you've obviously Kieran Hargan, wee Jackie, who plays for Derry City on it. I mean, there are a list of players that
I think out of that 96, 97 team, that list there, I think there was nine went on to play senior for Derry City. But again, that's down to them wanting to do it and managers wanting to put them in. Know what I mean?
But to have that wee bit of trust.
Oh,
wee bit of belief.
That's what I like about Rory Higgins.
Throwing them in.
If they're money. No, he's handed Evan. There you go. Get on there and do it. And that's a good thing. I think you need a manager at a club. Kenny Sean's done it too, to be fair.
They take a wee bit of a risk.
Aye. Like Kenny.
Kenny Sean was a big believer in youth football.
Stephen Kenny done it. Kenny Sean's done it. And Rory's doing it at the minute. Declan done it to a wee lesser extent, but they done it like. But that's the thing. Like them managers there. I remember going to Castlebar Celtic on a Good Friday night, 8 o'clock at night. Imagine going to Castlebar Celtic, 8 o'clock on a Good Friday. The whole country's closed down. And me and Sadak ended up down in Castlebar Celtic. Blah blah blah. It was 10:40 at night, and this Dublin accent. Poor Davy in the middle. I look around with Stephen Kenny. What are you doing down here, mama? But that was his job. That was his job, Micky. That's why he is where he is. because of that work
time and miles and just dedication.
100%. Kenny says was the same. Where is it today? Where is it today? Where is it today? And I was going, oh, Jesus, are you there? That's, my phone never stopped, right? We used to be, I worked in the roads now, Micky. We're tarmacking, right? And Mark McGarry says, do I have to go along with roads? Jesus, that's all he sits in a lorry all day. Aye, Kenny, we're going to play him. So the thing in the road service is now, Quiggy, wow, there's a ball down there. It's not tar anymore, it's a ball. So you get a laugh, yes, you get a laugh. Good lads, good lads.
But, so, see now, Quiggy, they know in terms of the way football is, you know, football in general.
Well,
it's not as free
you mean youth football or?
Yeah, youth football, you know, the development of players.
I remember talking to Oxford and Oxford saying about overcoaching. And we are overcoaching. You don't know what it is now.
Risk, fear.
But do you not think it's pacifying players now? You have to put on a session now. Like, I'm down at Greencastle. I'm actually down at Greencastle. Right? I'm down at Greencastle doing a wee bit down here with Pat McLaughlin and I'm enjoying it. Love coaching, right? But you have to put on a session that pleases people. Where it's wrong. It's wrong. Like, no, you're playing on the midfield, you're playing, what's wrong with taking out your foot and putting it over the top and going and scoring a goal? It's about scoring goals. And I remember having that conversation with Oxford, and I was saying, coaches are overcoaching. And I kept saying to myself, no, you're wrong, Oxford, you're wrong, right? It's all about, I was saying, no, you're wrong, Oxford, you're wrong. And see, to be honest, he's probably right. He's probably right.
Because people want to watch
exactly
players taking the risk. Look, don't put the reins on somebody that can do everything with goals.
See if you have a James McLean or a Stephen McLaughlin or somebody, a talented, the other captain was Barry McNamee. That's my head, you know, that's my head there. But that's the thing, Micky, that's the thing. Are we overcoaching? Are we taking things away from people? Do you know what I mean?
Taking things away from
like I'm down at Greencastle, there's a wee left back at Greencastle trying to nutmeg people. And I'm going,
that's alright,
he's going,
because you played there.
Calm down, I'm a short league, calm down, I'm going, oh, you're mad. But hey, listen, it's great, still involved and I'm still loving it. I love coaching, love helping people to get on their wee level, you know what I mean?
If you see a wee thing in a wee player, you sort of...
Go back to the Ronan Boyce and Evan, that was the last wee sort of group. Gary brought them for his hand, right? And that was the last wee group that we had. And I remember taking them at 19 and saying to myself, they have a wee chance. I knew Evan had quality, right? And obviously with his training regime now, he's gone down our level. And Boyce just
given the chance again, given the run of games.
Young Ferry's going on loan, I think, isn't he?
He's away to go on
loan. And remember the other young kid, Harps?
Like
he's someone like James, is that running ability and run? Like, I don't know, somebody says he's gone to, is it Celtic, is he gone to?
I don't know, I think Evan says to me he's back even down to beat Emerson.
Oh, is he? I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be. I don't know, but no, that's the thing, mate. Again, coaching, and you have to have a rapport with your players. You have to
get the best out of them.
100%. Whether it's crack, whether it's being honest and straight, and that's the thing, Micky.
All players aren't the same, and I think to get the best out of somebody, you sort of know what gets them going. Without being too head-on, too formal.
Oh, without a doubt. I've young Jack down with me.
Claire's
doing really well, like. Quality. Unbelievable quality, right? Wee bit easy going on it. But it might take him, again, people develop at different ages. It might take him another year. But I'll tell you what, unbelievable talent.
I watched him over years when he was home in Derry.
Yeah.
I think he played a wee foil Harps too, under tags and
straight tags are great.
That lazy approach, but unbelievable set of feet on him. It reminds you and Liam.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's nuggets out there. You have to get out your spot. It's just, I was at Clifton Villa match this morning. I'm going now to watch Derry City versus Harps on the 21s. It might be a wee gem down here.
We hadn't gem like they're going. He had something about it.
I'm speaking to Marty Gormley. Oh, Marty.
Aye.
Marty, I speak to Marty twice a week, 3 times a week, some crack. Marty says, "Where are you going today? Where are you going today?" Just football. I says, "No, Marty, I'm going to go down and watch Harps under, I think it's 21s against Derry City." So, like it's an underage, 2 underage teams playing. Like somebody needs to be out watching. Somebody has to be out watching these players.
When they're emphasising 21s, it could be 16, 17.
Oh, 4s, I think. Oh, 4s, oh, 3s, oh, 4s. Especially opposing Kizo's teams are very, very young. We played them 2 Monday nights ago in the Vale Centre. I brought Greencastle up. Some of the kids were 16. Unbelievable.
Watch them playing.
Unbelievable talent. But somebody has to be tapping on that too, Micky. You know what I mean? Somebody has to be tapping onto that. Well, it'll be Derry City, Harps or whoever. Somebody has to be tapping on. And again, it's not all about Derry City, man.
You're going to get that off Kizo.
100%.
You're going to get that off both.
Listen to me. It's not all about Derry City. It's not all about Derry City.
No, I think players are under the salvation.
We've named
If it's not Derry City, where am I going?
Exactly. Forget about it.
Forget about that.
Hey, the thing is, you mentioned Patrick McLean last night. Star last night for Glentoran. Captain of Glentoran. Probably one of the biggest clubs in Ireland, right? From Quigg Heights. Fantastic. Isn't that not fantastic for a young local player? Captain of Glentoran, one of the biggest clubs in the country.
I'm sure.
I'm absolutely delighted. I actually texted him last night before the match, and I says he's suspended. He says, "Oh, they're pulling a crafty while I'm playing." It was brilliant, brilliant, and it's great. Like, throughout the Irish League and throughout the League Ireland, there are players from this city playing. Hopefully, he's got Micky and Rory, our Fats and boys that got all back. But like, there are enough talent and shown Donegal and Derry to keep Derry City.
I know it's.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Hey, he's probably need a wee Scotsman or a wee Belfast man or a Dublin there, just whatever. But there's enough here. I think there's enough here
I think they're just all about the identity of a club. Just locally based is what you want. Like.
We all,
you want players that's prepared to play flat jersey and work hard for their position and the sport.
Definitely.
You know. Right, Quiggy, we'll sort of finish off with. What's your biggest highlight? Playing. Whilst you were playing.
One league title there.
It has to be like, doesn't it?
Aye. And I was sort of obviously I got hurt before the cup final in 88. I never played them. But no, representing your city. We're Derry, man. We want to play for Derry. You want to. I'm a Derry man, and that's it. First and foremost, I'm a Marseille man, actually. Paddy Tracy, I love that. First and foremost, I'm a Marseille man. But no, represent your city.
I mean, away back when you 7, 8 to 10,000 people.
That was incredible.
I mean, there's League One clubs now.
Incredible times. And like,
looking back when you were playing, when you were coming out the show rounds, coming in that entrance, and that crowd meeting here.
It's fantastic, man.
The ball's like
fantastic. Fantastic. But again, as I said to you, at that age, you don't really think anything. No, you don't really think it. You just think
you're just
football. Football, right? And I'll tell you a couple of these stories, right? No, you get a bit of criticism. It's football, right? You're shite, you're this, you're that, blah, 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 right? But I was delivering food and veg, right? And so on a Monday morning, I was walking on with bags of spuds and whatever, right? And we women are shouting, they said, "You're shite yesterday." Oh, that was brilliant.
Were you playing for Derry?
Was that you there? No, I was a brother. Oh, that was brilliant.
But even playing in front of your local people, and that amount of people, and all the little players like Micky and Kojak and Storky and all.
Oh, it was incredible times. And like, it took thousands everywhere. I remember I was saying to my dad, a wee business, a wee fruit and veg business, and he had a lot of vans. See them vans the weekend, they're booked. Where's that one going? Newcastle West. Where's that one going? Harry and Gary took up drove everywhere. Cousins, all the Irelands and Pat's Ireland, that took them all over the country. I remember one of the boys was telling me a story last week. They were coming back from Enfa. Remember Enfa? Enfa, right? And they took a wrong turn, they ended up in Coot Hill. We no diesel. No diesel. Oh, man of nowhere. I think we were siphoning diesel somewhere. Coot Hill. Trevor, if Trevor's listening to here, Trevor says he drove a van back. He didn't drive a van back. He didn't. He siphoned diesel somewhere.
But that's a length. So way back, I don't know, it was just, you were just mad to get that game. And I mind going with my dad, well, at Oak Grove bar. And I mind even travelling to the Melbourne Club in Strabane and meeting another Boston. Just to get the Alexis Daly out.
It's incredible.
You know.
No, it was incredible.
The volume of people going.
It was
just times have changed.
Don't get me wrong, I think
get a wee bit back.
Aye, definitely. I know the band are smaller, or well, they're trying to make it bigger, but you're going to get 3,000 people, 3,500 people there this year, hopefully. Full houses every game. And like you have your, no, we forgot about Micky Duffy. No, Ryan, wait, at that level, you'd be Micky Duffy, and Ryan Kern, you then boys all coming through, like 53 players here, you're telling me. And Micky was probably the one that I says would have got there earlier. Do you know what I mean? He went to Celtic, didn't he? He went to Celtic. Never, Alaba. Wraith was it? Micky Duffy he's been the best player. Him and Fat's probably the best two players in the league for the last 4 or 5 years.
Hopefully Fat stays.
Injury
free and you know,
maybe
gets his fitness levels up there to finish off.
Yeah.
His career maybe with Derry.
I get that one league
title. You know what I mean?
But again, we're chatting about Derry, right? Derry have won 3 league titles, mate. One in the north, 2 in the south. No, in 100 years. If it's coming 28, like that's 100 years. So it's one every 30 years, you know what I mean? One league title. Like you look at the two boys who you had on, Felix and Liam. Like they won. Felix won a league in '89. Carlo won in '89. Carlo won in '96, and Felix was the manager. Incredible.
Sort of breed that mentality.
What? Them two boys were
Our feedback I got off them were unbelievable. I'm sure I'm going to get the same feedback off yourself. It's just nice to hear. You know how it was for you.
No, it was great for me, Micky. It was
as
great.
A player and a coach.
It was great. I'm a football man. I love football. Like I'd watch it.
You never
I see what's happening. Oh no, seriously. We're away somewhere. I'm away. Where are you going? I'm going to watch the match. Where? We're Westport a couple of years ago. I said, Westport, you're really watching it? Where? I said, just going.
She must be winning.
I see.
You know what I mean? And you have to hand it in us too, because it's seen a lot of times. You know, what about Quiggy? I asked Felix in the last podcast, what about maybe the best player? If you can.
For me, or for the best player?
No, for you that you were playing alongside. You know, one that sort of.
I know, how to be them two boys were special.
Them
two boys were special. Felix and Kevin Mann as well. Like Kevin Mann was special. But the one player who really helped me was a strange one. Was Alan Sunderland.
Jesus.
Alan Sunderland had come back. Obviously,
something. Arsenal was it?
But I don't know where he was when he came back, but he came back to Derry, or he came here in '86, '87, and I was going through a wee bad time playing left back. I never played left back in my life. And I was never coached to play left back. And I'm going, and he took me to one side and he says, "Listen, do this. And then, see the wee things he was saying to me? If the ball's in our side of the pitch, you're talking, doing this and that. We never coached. We coached enough as well, he did. But then, and I'm going, right, I see you're on a bit of it. And it was to get close to people and whatever, right? And he was brilliant for me. It was brilliant for me.
It shows you the difference where
he was staying there every place, and I looked him for a hand, and I would have looked down and eat and had a conversation with him all about this and about that, and what do you think about this, and what do you think about that, and do this. And it was fantastic, great man. But again, you back to who was the best. I mentioned Harrison. Harrison only played maybe 15, 20 games a day. But he was Alan Harrison.
Don't mind
The Gamma Christic.
Ah, Jesus, I used to let almost end of the street. Between Christic, the Gamma, and Manger. Just trying to change my style of play.
The Gammas.
Jesus, I mind doing ball boy. And they scored a hat trick. Derry ended up.
Was that the same thing or not?
Derry ended up with a new CD.
Right.
3-2.
Right.
And I was a ball boy. And he scored a wee flick face hat trick.
Ah,
And I won it. And I ran after him. You know, he jumped over, listen to me. And I can still see it. I'm on his fucking shoulders. I'm on his back and my arms around his neck.
If you get McGinn on, right?
You know,
McGinn will tell a story. Like we're in training one day, and King says, you know, you're a defender and you're an attacker, so if you beat the defender and scored, you ran for your share or whatever it is. And I was like, McGinn, we're like, trying to do this. The Gamma came flying at the Gamma. Right? The Gamma's on one of them Aussie Ardelis over the top of him. See, before it landed, he banged it in the top corner and walked on. That's the Gamma over. Some great players, like, give a man some player. Give a man.
A quiet man.
Storky.
I don't think he get the credit.
No, absolutely
credit
not.
that he
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Storky was fantastic. But again, hey, meet Storky in the streets and Storky's that bad habit. And he looks at me and he goes, I said, why? He says, you caused this, I carried you for 10 years. He's played in front of me, and the work that man done behind me was great.
It's funny, isn't it, how light and how quick and direct now he was and now he suffers.
So Manchester United, he was over Liverpool, and only for the hips, he'd have been playing lemons. That's how good he was. Paul Haggerty, Warrior.
Was it Coyle or Felix? I'm not too sure which one. Is it David White? It's a sort of...
I'd say it was Felix.
First team.
Aye. No, wait, because they done Felix's work.
Don't you work?
Is it not the
I was going to hear now.
Again, Felix and Dome centre mid. I think they scored 35 goals. And the
he was saying the comments at one more. Stuff like that. But you learn through the whole thing of football, Quiggy. You pick wee things up and you know,
what's that about to?
Off everybody. It's just going along, hey, through the years of football, whether it be playing or coaching.
Yes.
You're picking wee things off certain men that do help you.
But certain people do certain things and a team. No, you can't all be Oxels. Right? You need somebody to compensate Oxel, you need somebody to compensate Liam. Like Liam was a fantastic player. Right? And he tell you himself, he says, I don't know how to do it. Gary Beckett done it, or Sean Hargan done it, or somebody else done it. Like, you look at him and Doherty.
Another old
Captain himself. Sean Hargan. Or what I say, man. Sean Hargan, fantastic.
Brilliant, but we're just coming through. Don't have 2 seconds to record. Certain teams need a.
You have to love it. You have to want to do the work, and you have to want to get out there. As I say, youth development level, get out there and see players for yourself.
And as you say, you can coach them. But
people can tell you.
There comes a time.
No, Tony McNamee, Gary Duffy, whoever can tell you about these young players, but it's down to you to say, you know what, I'm going to get out there. You need to be good at it. People need to be
That's your groundwork. That's your groundwork.
That's it, man. That's it.
So, Quiggy, you're sort of finishing off, so you're on with Greencastle now.
With Greencastle, I'm doing alright today.
Happy enough.
Doing alright. We play Duffy's team actually in a final and McGinn. Don't know whether a couple of weeks time. And we're doing okay in the league. We're sitting up there.
We must get down to it. It'll be a nice thing done.
Aye. So we're doing alright. Doing alright, me. Aye.
So the appetite and all still there.
Oh, that time. Hey, as the man says, that'll never go away. I don't think that'll ever go away. Sometimes you say to yourself, what am I doing this for? You know, you come on last Tuesday night, pouring down soap, the skin, blah, blah, and you say to yourself, Moracai, you're mad.
It's on the plug, you're just out used to doing it. If you weren't to do it, you'd be missing it.
That's it. I love it. love a game, love a thing. But no, hopefully this year Derry will be reasonably well.
Hopefully we'll bring a wee bit of balls back at the time.
No, that's it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish the Footy Podcast with John Quigg. Quiggy,
Thanks very much, mate.
champion boy.
Gentlemen,
Thanks very much. Champion.
Thank you. Good.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
That was